The Ohio Veterans Hall of Fame recognizes Ohio's distinguished men and women who have worn the uniform of our nation's armed forces and then continue to contribute to their communities, state, and nation through exceptional acts of volunteerism, advocacy, professional distinction, public service, and philanthropy. The Ohio Veterans Hall of Fame. Nominate a veteran today.
Al Bailey, Army, Vietnam. I grew up in Minnesota in the Twin City area, and after high school I knew I wanted to do engineering type work, so I went to school at the University of Minnesota. And the first year was kind of tough because we had this cloud of Vietnam over our heads, so I wasn't doing good in school. And I knew either I was going to go in now if I got rid of the deferment that I was under, or after I graduated. So I decided to quit day school, let the deferment go, started working at the University of Minnesota. And it wasn't long after that that the draft caught up with me, and I ended up going to Vietnam in '66. So I ended up going to Vietnam and served in the Mekong Delta for a year. And it wasn't, I think probably that was the second or third night that we were in our first camp down there. A mortar round came in. I remember reaching down and picking up a piece of that mortar, and it burnt my hand. And that's when it became real. We just completed a mission, and during the night it came over the radio that, hey, Bailey's going home. And so obviously couldn't sleep, and so the next morning a squad escorted me back from the rubber plantation back to the river and got at this one location where a Huey could come in and pick me up. And when he picked up, one of the enlisted guys from my unit was down below and saluted me as I was going up. And you don't have enlisted saluting enlisted, it's usually officers and stuff, so I'll never forget that moment like that. I was proud. I survived 365 days. Buddies died, but I was able to make it for some reason. So I was very proud, and I was wearing my Army jacket. And I'll never forget going back to school in my first class. And it was a elevated class, professor down below, and the students in the rows up. And I had my jacket, and I was on the top row. And the professor said, "Oh, I see you were in the service in Vietnam." "Yes, sir." He said, "Well, how many babies did you kill over there?" And that did it for me. And so every vet has their own stories, but that was mine. And I never wanted to be recognized anymore. So I never wore my Army stuff, never talked to anybody about it. And you're going to hear that from 95% of the vets that were in combat. And the only people we would talk to were other vets that had experienced similar type things like that. And so I just kind of isolated from those kind of things. And it wasn't until years later that I felt somewhat comfortable. And that was when I started doing the honor flights that helped me out with that transition things. I went on a flight in 2006 and said, this is what I want to do, helping other veterans. In 2007, I took over running the Dayton operations and doing all the trips, and we were doing eight to 9 trips a year. Then other people from across the country heard about what Honor Flight is doing here in this local area, and they needed help, how to start. So between 2008 and 2010, I helped 24 different honor flights get started in 14 different states, from all the way from California to Minnesota, New England states to Texas. And I've led it was 171 honor flights, taking over 11,500 vets, most of them all World War II between that time frame. Being inducted in the Hall of Fame, I am extremely honored, but I'm just one of many out there are worthy of this honor.
Selection and induction into the Ohio Veterans Hall of Fame is a great honor. Nominate a veteran today